Alright, it's that time of year again. It's time for the seasonal anime what to watch. And fall looking bananas. It's looking bananas this time of year, bro. For all my new subscribers that don't know, I do anime videos. So these videos, I basically go through the entire season of anime and I break down the shows that I am more likely going to watch and probably review over the next season of anime. So sit back, grab yourself a snack, a nice tasty beverage, and let me carry you through the fall anime season. Of course, if you like videos like this, you want to continue getting videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me, as well as follow me on twitter.com/RSMario128. Like my video tweet, share my video tweet, and I will shout you out at the end of the episode. Drop a comment down below because it helps the channel grow. Let's talk about some anime.
後藤一人、中学1年生。たまーに思う。このままでいいんだろうかって。でも私、ザ・陰キャのような日々が身の丈にあって。バンド組んだら、私みたいな人間でも、もしかしたら輝ける。決めた。ギター上手くなる。それで文化祭でライブして、そもそも友達一人もできなかった。ギターありがとう。早速ライブハウスへゴー。
Hitori Goto, aka BOCCHI-chan, is a girl who's introverted and shy around people that she usually start conversations with. During her middle school years, she started playing the guitar, wanting to join a band because she thought it'd be an opportunity for even someone shy like her to shine. But because she had no friends, she ended up practicing guitar for 6 hours a day all by herself, and she probably became really awesome at it. I believe that's probably what this is going to be. After becoming a skilled guitar player, she uploaded videos of herself playing guitar to the internet under the name Guitar Hero. You're going to get sued. Alright, I think Activision might want to talk to you, BOCCHI-chan. And fantasized about performing at her school's cultural festival concert. But not only could she not find any bandmates, before she knew it, she was in high school and still wasn't able to make a single friend. She was really close to becoming a shut-in, but one day Nijika, there we go. Nijika Ichiji, the drummer, and oh my gosh, that's a worse gen. A drummer in Kisoku band reached out to her, and because of that, her everyday life started to change little by little. So basically, I put this on here because it reminded me of K-On.
ビーストテイマー。それは様々な動物たちと心通わせ契約し、その力を刺激する職業だ。俺は勇者パーティーの一員として仲間との信頼を築いてきたつもりだった。レイン、君はクビだ。そんな。
Oh boy, here we go. We got the isekai. You know we can't have a season without an isekai or a fantasy show. So this one is, I'm not going to read that title because that's too freaking long. Beast Tamer. And look at that, even the English translator people were like, nah, bruh, it's Beast Tamer. That's the name of the show. I'm not translating that whole daggone sentence. So Rian is a beast tamer who fights alongside the hero and his party to bring down the Demon King, because it's a fantasy, there's always a Demon King or a Dark Lord or Succubus Queen of the Night or something like that. But one day his comrades declare him useless and kick him out of the party. Afterwards, he decides to start living a carefree life as an adventurer. During a test, he must pass to become an adventurer, he runs into a girl, Kanade, who is being attacked by a monster. Rin risks his life to make sure she can escape, but then she brings down the monster in one hit. It turns out that Kanade is from an inordinately powerful tribe of cat people. Okay. One of the strongest species. Okay, cat people are the strongest species. Alright, really? So dog girls aren't the strongest. They're not stronger than cat people. Alright, by as much. Okay. She becomes attracted to his combination of talent and gentle nature and asks, "Would you try to tame me?" Uh-oh. Ryan forms a contract with the strongest cat-eared girl and starts his new life as an adventurer. The heroes who kicked him out of the party, as well as other stronger species, take notice of his power. So this feels like a more light-hearted version of Shield Hero. Because you've got like the cat girl who makes a contract with this guy. She's not exactly a slave, but she's getting tamed by him. He got kicked out of his party, so he doesn't necessarily want revenge, but he does want to kind of thumb in the face of the people who kicked him out of the party. It feels like Shield Hero, just the PG version of Shield Hero. Again, it's fantasy. I like fantasy, so it should be pretty good.
力さえあれば。私は
Now, I saw the trailer for this, and it's literally this dude, like, just flying around as a sword. And I'm like, you know what? I might not finish this show, but I am going to laugh. It's going to be hilarious. So, some isekai protagonists are reincarnated as powerful warriors or skilled wizards. But our protagonist is reborn in another world as a sentient sword. He's taken up by Fran, a desperate girl seeking evildoers intent on selling her into slavery, because you can't have an isekai without slavery in some way. With her new weapons, help, and guidance, she's able to strike down her captors and secure her freedom. Together with the unconventional master-student duo, embark on an epic journey to liberate those in need and extract justice on the cruel of heart. Now, they said master-student relationship, like, so what? Is the dude, like, I mean, he's an isekai person, so he came from a regular life, like, so what does he know about, like, teaching her how to sword fight? I want to see how funny this is going to be. This is going to be a trip.
One for all for one. サッカーは11人でやるスポーツ。一人じゃ。常識を捨てろ。世界一のエゴイストでなければ世界一のストライカーにはなれない。こんなの誰も教えてくれなかった。初めに世界で一番フットボールの熱い場所、それがブルーロック。
Alright, so this is one of the bigger ones for this season, but I put it in the give it a chance category because I'm not a big sports anime person, but everybody says this show is going to be huge. So, Blue Lock. After a disastrous defeat at the 2018 World Cup, Japan's team struggles to regroup. But what's missing? an absolute ace striker who can guide them to the win. The Japan Japan football unit. I'm thinking about the basketball anime because everybody's comparing it to this. The Japanese football union is hell bent on creating a striker who hungers for goals and thirsts for victory, which everybody playing football wants their striker to do that, and who can be the decisive instrument in turning around a losing match. And to do so, they've garnered 300 of Japan's best and brightest youth who will emerge to lead the team. And will they be able to out-muscle and out-ego everyone who stands in their way? So yeah, Blue Lock is going to be the new big sports anime for a while. It's going to be the new like Kuroko no Basket, or like I guess you can kind of say Food Wars, because Food Wars had the same vibe of like, oh, it's like food, but it's like a shonen battle though. And that's what this one's gonna be. It's gonna be like, oh, it's soccer, but it's also like shonen, you know. Shinobi no Ittoki. They didn't even do an English version for it. It was like, oh, it's Shinobi, yeah, they ninjas, so just call it Shinobi no Ittoki. So Ittoki Sakuraba was an ordinary student until his life was turned upside down. He finds out that he is the 19th heir of the famous ninja Iga ninjas, so the famous Iga ninjas. The Iga ninjas must try to defend what is theirs from the Koga, a rivaling ninja clan seeking to end Ittoki's life. Ittoki is left with no choice but to become a shinobi that's strong enough to protect not only himself but the village. Now, as a student at Katokten Ninja Academy, a high school specializing in shinobi techniques. Really? So there's a ninja high school? Okay, Troika. Alright, Ittoki learns the way of the modern ninja, equipped with high-tech suits and gadgets. Together with students from other villages, Ittoki clashes with the Koga in an attempt to end the rivalry once and for all. So basically, this is like modern-day Naruto, essentially, without the special powers. I assume that people don't have special powers. I assume that everybody's normal, but they're just training at a really cool ninja high school.
ゲーム、チョコ、猫の三大欲求に忠実な干物 JK アンズ。
夜更かしするぞー。
だが平穏な日常はある日ぶち壊される。
おめでとうございます。僕は魔法使いのリリー。恋愛をスルーしまくる君のような子に乙女芸展開を与えに来たんですから。
持ってけよ。幼なじみの顔忘れるなんて。そっちが急に飛び出してきたんだ。
果たして押し寄せる恋愛トラップを回避して平穏な日常を取り戻せるのか。
全部ぶち壊してロマンティックキラーに私はなる。
This is a Netflix joint. Now I just did a review on a Netflix one in Cyberpunk Edge Runners. If you haven't seen it, check out the review for it. It's actually one of my most viewed reviews I've done in a while. But this one's romantic killer. So this one, it looks like they went from the dark cyberpunk stuff to more of a oh, let's do a romantic comedy vibe. So Anzu Hishino is a non-heroine type high school girl who pays no attention to fashion or romance and spends her every day playing video games, otherwise known as the ultimate girl. That's corny. That's corny. I'm gonna edit that out. When the wizard Riri, she better be black. It sounds like she black. Now, see, Lord of the Rings need to look at this joint. All right, that's how you do a black fantasy character. Her name is Riri. You know what I'm saying? Suddenly appears, Anzu is forced to participate in a magical world's project to stop population decline. This was made specifically for Japan because they have that same problem. This romantic comedy depicts what happens when Anzu goes from living a life immersed in her three favorite things, video game, chocolate, and cats, to surrounded by handsome guys. Anzu is steadfast in her claim that she never wanted to live in a dating simulation game. She meets a handsome guy who is popular who is so popular it hurts, a clean-cut athletic childhood friend, and a beautiful rich young guy who is naive about the outside world. By meeting Anzu, they all begin to change gradually. So basically, it's like the reverse of all of the other anime rom-coms you see. Usually in anime rom-com, it's the guy who is like some game-obsessed dweeb, and he's also kind of dumb and doesn't realize that all the chicks like him. And you know what I'm saying? They reversed it, and they changed it a little bit. So now it's the girl who is the game-obsessed dweeb, and she doesn't want anything to do with guys or relationships. But, you know, she gets thrusted into this by magic. I want to see it. I think it's going to be funny. Of course, it's coming on Netflix, so I'm not sure how Netflix is doing this. I assume that they're going to do it with like a whole drop eventually. Or they could be doing it week by week. Some stuff they didn't have done week by week, like Blue Period. They were doing week by week. So maybe Netflix will drop this week by week. Well, we'll see. So, Urusei Yatsura. Alright, so this one is a throwback, okay? This show is probably older than I am, more than likely. This right here has two super important things in it. One is the grandmother of all tsunderes, and she's also the grandmother of all waifus, technically. This show kind of started anime on the road of fan service to where it is today. Alright, so when an alien race known as Oni invade Earth, the chronically unlucky and unapologetically lecherous Outtro Moroboshi is selected as humanity's representative to duel for the fate of the planet. His opponent is Lum, the Oni's very pretty princess. And it's only thanks to Outro's unscrupulous behavior that he's able to scrape out a win in a treacherous game of tag against her. Outtro thinks he's had his lucky break at last, but when Lum takes shine to him off the battlefield, the conflict follows him home, and Lum invades not only the planet Earth, but also the womanizing Outro's life. So basically, it's like lecherous dude, you know what I'm saying, meets cute chick, but she's like super clingy and she's ruining his life type of vibe. I think this show's gonna be pretty good.
七影に伝えろ。決行は今夜だ。主人公でもなく、ラスボスでもなく、物語に陰ながら介入し、実力を見せつけていく存在。夜が明ければ全て終わっているのだから。影の実力者に。
So this one was an interesting one. The Eminence of Shadow. So this one, I believe, is an original series from a studio called Nexus. I've never heard of. No, it's a light novel. It's a light novel adaptation. So some people just aren't suited for playing the part of the flashy, in-your-face hero or the dastardly mustache-twirling villain with larger-than-life panache. Instead, they operate in the shadows and pull the strings of society through wit and cleverness. That's the role Sid wants to play when he is transported into another world. So basically, he wants to be a Palpatine. He wants to be Isekai Palpatine out this piece. You know, so Sid spins a yarn or three and becomes an unlikely leader of an underground Shadow Garden organization that fights against the menacing cult which he totally made up. However, there's a catch to even his wild imagination didn't see coming. There's a catch that even his wild imagination didn't see coming. The cult he concocted actually exists, and they're beyond displeased with his power fantasy just got in the way of their evil plans. So now he actually has to do something. Like, this should be pretty good too. Like, it's another spin on the isekai trope. You know, regular dude, brought in from the regular world, brought into a fantasy world. He's gonna have magical powers, except he didn't want to be the hero. He wanted to be the Palpatine, but turns out he is the hero because I want to see it. It's gonna be pretty good.
Kurosaki was an ordinary seaside town.
Morning.
Until they showed up.
Oh my God.
Now, an ancient evil has awakened. And for Kimi and Yuri, the nightmare is just beginning.
This is much worse than I had imagined.
Please stay away! This place, it gives me the creeps.
Don't miss the Toonami original, Housing Complex C.
Alright, so this one's the last one in the Dark Horse category. So, Housing Complex C. Alright, so this one's an HBO, this one's an anime, this one's an Adult Swim anime, and it's gonna be on HBO Max. So I'm like, okay, HBO Max should have been doing animes regardless. Like, I don't know why they was wasting money on dumb stuff like Santa Inc. and stuff like that when they should have been doing anime. But Kimi lives in a small town, low-cost housing complex located on the seaside town of Kurosaki, where trouble seems to follow her everywhere she goes. Horrific accidents begin to occur. Is an evil ancient stalking what is an ancient evil stalking the residents of Housing Complex C? So basically, it's a horror anime. Of course, it's spooky time. It's freaking Halloween. Perfect time for a horror anime. I think this is gonna be pretty good. Adult Swim has been pretty good with the shows that they make. Like last time when they did the collaboration with Crunchyroll, they did Princess I can't think of the name of it. The Pirate Princess one. That one was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm gonna give this a shot. I mean, it's spooky season. It's time for a spooky anime.
A decisive battle is upon us. An all-out war between the villains of the Paranormal Liberation Front and the heroes sworn to protect this world is about to begin.
If you're too slow, it'll be the end of Japan.
We're ready. You're the devil's pawn, and you will face justice.
My Hero Academia, Season 6.
Alright, now we get into the main event. Alright, these are the shows that you have to watch. Alright. My Hero Academia Season 6. So My Hero Academia is kind of falling off a little bit. Now me, I didn't start watching the show because I didn't like it. I started watching the show because I got burnt out. Okay, after the overhaul arc, I was like, so much has happened. My boy Miro ain't got no powers no more. Bro, I'm like, nah, bro. People died. People got crippled. I'm like, nah, bro. I need a break. And they went right into another story arc. And I'm like, nah, I ain't ready for that. So I have to catch up. I have to watch that last story arc right after the overhaul arc. So, but season 6 is looking to be another big banger of a season. So I'm definitely gonna check this one out. This one, Bakugo and Todoroki, as well as Deku, is doing his work study at the office of the #1 hero Endeavor, working hard in the best possible environment. He is growing as a hero and using Black Whip, a new quirk he was hiding in One for All. A new quirk that was hiding in One for All. Okay, I'm getting spoiled. I'm not reading no more of this. Now I already know the man got a whole new quirk. That probably something that happened in season 5. Dang nabbit. Why didn't they have to spoil the thing up here like they did for Bleach? Come on, live chart. Alright, Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury. So this one right here made some waves a little while ago because this is the first Gundam where the main character is a girl. But people didn't make that big of a deal of it because we've had anime main characters that are girls before. But yeah, so this one takes place after the... Which movie does this take place after? This takes place after the last movie that came on Netflix, the last Gundam movie. I can't think of the name of it. I watched the daggone movie. I can't think of the name of it. It's Harlock, Har something. I can't remember, but it takes place after that movie. So you have to see that movie to get caught up for the show. So an era when a multitude of corporations have entered into space and built huge economic systems. A lone girl from a remote planet, Mercury, transfers to the Obstetricia School of that is not how you say that. School of Technology, run by the Burnif Group, which dominates the mobile suit industry. Her name is Saluda Mercury. With a scarlet light burning in her pure heart, this girl walks the step-by-step path through a new world. Basically, this junk will be interesting. I feel like this is going to be the new Iron-Blooded Orphans. Alright, if you don't know what Iron-Blooded Orphans is, Iron-Blooded Orphans is arguably one of the best modern-day Mobile Suit Gundam shows they've ever done. Alright, it was great. So I think this is going to be similar to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. I'm all for more Gundam. Chainsaw Man. Alright, this is arguably the biggest show of the season. Okay, alright. Chainsaw Man is it. People have been waiting on a Chainsaw Man anime since the manga blew up like a couple years ago, and now we here. We finally about to get Chainsaw Man, one of the most anticipated animes in the last couple of years, right up there with the eventual end of Attack on Titan. Chainsaw Man. Alright, look, I'll tell you like this. Cause I don't want to spoil you to too much. I already know a little bit about the beginning of Chainsaw Man, but Denji is a teenage boy living with a chainsaw devil named Pochita, and due to the debt his father left behind, he is living a rock bottom life while repaying his dad's debt by harvesting devil corpses with Pochita. And then things get crazy from there. Alright, I ain't gonna tell you nothing else. I ain't gonna let you in on nothing else. I ain't gonna read no more. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all you need to know. Alright, this jump about to be a banger. If you're a fan of like that kind of dark action anime, your Attack on Titan like anime, this is it. This right here is probably gonna be like the next big Attack on Titan level show. Alright, if they do it right. And it's Mappa, so they're probably gonna do it right. So, that's about it for this. I know this was a long video. These seasonal videos usually are. So that's about it for this. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that stuff that YouTube requires you to do. Especially for this video, because these long videos don't usually do very well. You know, of course, drop a comment down below. Tell me what anime you're excited to watch, to see this season. Tell me any anime that I missed that you wanted me to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Tell me that stuff in the comments down below. And as always, people, keep it real.